Now I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking that I enjoy shopping for air conditioners. You're probably thinking that I'm a fan of air cons. A fan. We're here at SM Ecoland in Davao, and I'm window shopping for a window type aircon unit. So let's go on up to the second floor and you can come shopping with me. Come on, let's go. Well, just to let you know, I'm not a professional in this field. I have just very basic working knowledge of how an AC unit works. And it basically moves the heat from inside the home and kicks it to the outside of the home. It basically extracts the heat out of the air. And the air is cooled by blowing it over a set of cold pipes. And that is called an evaporator coil. The evaporator coil is filled with a special liquid, and yep, you guessed it, a refrigerant. It changes from a liquid to a gas as it absorbs heat in from the air. The refrigerant is pumped outside the house to another coil where it gives up its heat and changes back into a liquid. The outside coil is called the condenser. A pump is called a compressor. It's used to move the refrigerant between the two coils. And the energy to do all of this is used by the motor that runs the compressor. So that's just a very basic working knowledge from a non-professional. And again, we're here checking out the different types of aircon units, trying to find the right unit for the right price and the right fit to the room in which we want to put it in. And that's very important as well. You got to make sure the BTUs is sufficient for the square footage of the room in which you want to cool down. You don't want a too small of an aircon unit, and you really don't want one that's too big because you're wasting money in operating that system. So how do you figure out the square footage of your room? Well, that's really easy. For example, if you have a room that's 10 feet by 15 feet, you times that, and then you'll come up with 150 square feet. And then that, you take that number, and then that's how you know what type of unit to shop for. If the unit is not, a lot of people run into problems with their unit not properly cooling a room. Well, there's various things that you can check. The very basic one is just make sure that the filter is cleaned. You might want to clean it once a month. Make sure that there's no dirt or residue buildup on the coils itself. The unit may require a refrigerant charge, or it may have poor airflow as well. In addition, if you run the unit too long, that condenser heats up, and the unit won't work properly. In addition, those coils might freeze up on you, so you might want to check that. Make sure that you're not getting any condensation that freezes up on the front of the aircon unit, as well as those coils. Don't overrun the unit. Some people turn that unit on and they run it 24/7. No. You got to give it a break. You and I, we don't run 24/7 either. we need a break. So does your aircon unit. Yeah, I know. You're concerned about global warming. Global warming is on your mind, so you're doing your part by running the unit all the time. So anyway, keep those keep that filter and those coils clean, and don't overrun the unit. Make sure the seal around the aircon unit is tight, that it's not leaking in warm air from the outside, and that you're not losing cool air to the outside through those gaps around your aircon unit. So make sure that's plugged up really well. In addition, some other tips of cooling your room. If your room is real sunny, draw those shades, pull that blind, try to keep the hot sun out of that room. In addition, try to make sure that the aircon unit that's sticking out the back side of the wall outside, make sure that the sun's not beating down on that unit. You might want to put like a little blind over the top of it, like they have over windows, you know, outside. You might want to put one of those above the aircon unit as well, just to kind of give it some shade from the sun. Anyway, enough of that. Let's check out some of the units and talk to one of the floor staff. Hi, good morning. I'm just window shopping, trying to find the best brand name for the best price. I'm a bargain shopper. Take a look at some of these. Now, I checked the consumer report. It said that Panasonic, according to the consumer report, is a good brand. I'm not a fan of Panasonic. Same goes with the refrigerators. Let's check. What else do they have? Carrier unit, really good. It's also important to make sure you find one with an inverter, a unit that is an inverter. LG is a good unit, and it has a dual inverter. Do you also carry Kelvinator?
We don't have Kelvinator, sir. But
This one's 1 horsepower.
no, sir. It is 2 horsepower.
This one's 2 horsepower.
Two horsepower,
2.
sir.
Okay. And how much is that unit?
2 horsepower, sir, is 34,900.
34,000 pesos?
Yes, 900.
900. Okay, so almost 35,000 pesos. But this one looks like it might be the proper size. How much is this unit?
Here is 1 horsepower, sir, is 32,500.
32,500?
Yes, sir.
Wow, yeah, they're very expensive. This is an inverter.
Yes.
Are all of these has an inverter?
Here, sir, you have an inverter, non-inverter, sir.
This one's not.
Yes, non-inverter.
Okay. Hi.
Hi, sir. Inverter means what? To save energy, electricity.
Okay. So it's basically an energy saver?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay. All right. Helps the unit run more efficiently. Okay. What's your name?
Sir. Jaya, sir.
Oh, thank you very much for your help.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, Mom. I want to thank you for helping me.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Come
Okay,
again, sir.
thank you. Bye-bye. La 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 la. Go ahead, Paul. Hi. You know, if you really want to know something, just ask the taxi driver. They're like a, thank you, sir, very kind. They're like a mobile library, if you will. Just a wealth of information. Okay, we're here at Home Depot. Hello. Do they sell aircon units here?
Aircon unit? No, sir. There, over there.
Over here?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Oh, I don't have my glasses on. What's this brand name?
This TCL, sir.
TCL? How many horsepower is
One
that?
horsepower, sir.
Huh?
One horsepower.
1 horsepower? It is 1 horsepower. And it's 14,900.
Yes, sir.
This one's
TCL 1.5 horsepower.
how many horsepower?
1.5.
1.5. And if a guy pays cash, how much less?
Cash.
Yeah, how much less if pay cash?
If you pay in cash, should be 18,390 cash. Last price.
Okay. But these are going to go on sale for the holiday, right?
I don't think so. I think this is the fixed price for this holidays.
Can you measure the size for me? Thank you for your patience. I really appreciate it.
I think 2 feet,
Almost 24?
almost 24.
Almost 24 inches, okay. And the height?
15.5
Huh?
for your allowance. Point 15.
15
Yes, sir.
exactly? Or just shy?
I think short would be 15.5
Okay.
for your allowance.
Okay. Okay, I will keep that in mind. But first, sir, I want to go home and I want to Google TCL. Do you know what country makes that?
China.
Huh?
Number one, China.
China?
China me.
Okay. Yeah, I could have guessed. Everything seems like it's made in China nowadays. Okay, very good. Thank you, sir. Okay, God bless. Hi. I just vlogging. I'm window shopping for a new aircon, and I'm doing vlog. Hi, sir. Hi, Mom. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. Okay, back in the vehicle.